Hello Rider fans! Rustmarrow here, and today we are going to be opening the DX Cross-Z Magma Knuckle from Kamen Rider Build. First, let's take a look at the Dragon Magma Bottle that comes together with the Knuckle. Design-wise, it's quite different from the original full bottles in that instead of being a transparent bottle with liquid inside that can be shaken around, it's more like an opaque piece of rock with like dragon markings and dragon faces engraved onto the surface of the rock. I think Bandai did a really good job with producing this deluxe full bottle in particular, because I think you guys can see as well, but it turns out looking really cool, really nice. I really love how it ends up looking with the sort of not fully opaque, but like 90% opaque, like black plastic over the front. But the cap of the bottle is a bit plain though. It's just purely orange with the build symbol over there. But just like all other full bottles, it is rotatable. But other than that, it's just painted a plain orange without any special markings. So nothing too interesting there. And the side of the bottle, we have the usual QR code, the back, the clips for fitting into the drivers and other devices. Here's what the bottom looks like. And functionality wise, if you compare it to the other full bottles, so here you guys can see the design differences quite clearly, but it becomes even more clear when you shake the rabbit bottle and you can hear the clinging sound and the going up and down of the substance inside. But in the case of the Dragon Magma Bottle, we don't have any of that. Now let's take a look at the Cross Magma Knuckle proper. So I think at first glance from the run view, it looks very nice. The coloring, the details and all the lines are all on point for the front of the device. I think especially so for like this band of black with red paint over here and like the cross symbol over there. It looks really nice. However, once you turn the device, it starts to seem a bit more lazy in terms of production, because there's not much design that goes into the rest of the device. It's just mainly painted over it with the black to like sort of mark out the sides of the handle, and over there you guys can see the clips to insert this knuckle into the build driver on the back. So this is how it looks like generally. Here's the top where you'll fit the full bottle in, and the bottom looks like this where you put this into the build driver. And here we have the handle, where by pressing this button over here, you'll be able to rotate the handle and shift it to the top in order to change it into the mode where you put it into the build driver. But for now, before we go into like the sound effects, we'll switch it back into knuckle mode and look at the sound effects in knuckle mode first. So the Cross Magma Knuckle in knuckle mode only has one main sound effect, which will be activated by pressing this button with the cross symbol over here. So when you press it, there is basically a knuckle attack sound. But you can hold down the button in order to hear a charging sound. But no matter how long you charge, in the end the final attack sound will be the same. Now this sound will become different if you want to activate the volcanic knuckle finisher by inserting the Dragon Magma Bottle into the knuckle. So upon insertion of the Dragon Magma Bottle, first we have the bottle burn sound effect, and now when we do the same knuckle attack sound, the charging sound will be the same, but instead of having the normal volcanic attack punch sound, you get the volcanic knuckle finisher sound instead. So now with the knuckle in Henshin mode, we are going to try the sound effect for the Henshin into Cross Magma. So you guys can see that the knuckle over here has opened up and there's actually light being generated from the Dragon Magma Bottle, and as usual the wheel over here is lighted up as well. But now with the Magma Knuckle inserted into the build driver, it's so heavy that the moment I let go it's gonna topple. So I'm just gonna hold it with my hand on the right here, and now let's rotate the wheel in order to transform into Cross Magma. So what I really like in particular about the way they program this into the toy is that just like in the show, the Dragon Magma Bottle lights up as well. I think that's really the most awesome treat part of like this whole like function between these two DX toys. So now that we're done with the Henshin, let's take a look at the finisher. There are actually two finishing moves you can activate with this setup, and the first requires you to spin the lever either 4 times or below. So we're just going to spin it 1 time in order to activate the special effect. So that'll be the volcanic attack finisher. Now to activate the true finisher, we need to rotate the lever about 5 times or above. So we're just gonna do this. So those are the two finishers you can activate with this setup, the volcanic attack and the volcanic finish, and that's pretty much it. I think they are pretty much standard sound effects, nothing too cool or exciting or amazing about here. Once again, I just like to highlight that the main treat of this like combination is really the lighting up of the Dragon Magma Bottle, which looks really nice with that orange glow through like the dark color of the full bottle itself. And that'll be all for the sound effects of this combination. So for some bonus stuff, first I'd like to point out that the Magma Knuckle itself is unable to differentiate different full bottles. So it basically reacts to every full bottle the same way. So here I have the rabbit full bottle. I'm going to insert it. We get the same bottle burn sound effect, and upon pushing of the button, once again, the same volcanic knuckle sound effect as if you put in the actual Dragon Magma Bottle. So I'd say this is like my greatest problem with the knuckle as a whole. Secondly, the Dragon Magma Bottle itself isn't designed to have like a separate or unique sound effect. It's basically treated by the build driver, and I assume the other toys as well, as the normal Dragon Bottle. So when you insert it like this, you guys can hear the same dragon effect as well as the blue light up of the build driver wheel over there. So basically the Dragon Magma Bottle is just being treated the same as the normal Dragon Bottle. So I don't have key, but if I had key, I could insert it here and turn the wheel in order to activate Dragon key form. So that'll be the end of this opening and review for the Deluxe Cross Magma Knuckle as well as the Deluxe Dragon Magma Bottle. So finally, I'm just gonna give these toys a score so that you guys can decide for yourself whether you guys want to purchase it. For the bottle itself, I'd give it an 8 out of 10, but for the knuckle, I give it a 7 out of 10. So just to give you guys a reference, I think anything that's an 8 out of 10 or above is worth buying. 7 out of 10 is like, could be worth buying, but it really depends on how much you like the form and how much you like the character from the series itself. The main reason why I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, the Dragon Magma Bottle mainly gets an 8 out of 10 due to its awesome design and collectability, I feel, but because it doesn't really have much functionality by itself, especially since it's just considered the same as the normal Dragon Bottle scanning wise, it remains at an 8 out of 10 without being able to push higher. But I think it's so cool that it's literally worth getting just for like how nice it looks. But the Cross Magma Knuckle is only going to receive a 7 out of 10, mainly because of its lack of playability. It only has very limited sounds, and the sounds itself, I don't think they are that cool. But I mean, of course, that's just my personal opinion, but standing at a 7 out of 10, I don't think this is a must get as a rider toy. But if you are a big fan of Cross and a big fan of Cross Magma just like I am, then I would say it's definitely worth getting just so that you can Henshin with it in real life. Of course, especially if you have the build driver so that you can combine them together to get that Henshin sound effect. If you enjoyed this video, do give this video a like and subscribe for more deluxe tokusatsu toy openings. And with that, hope to see you guys in the next Kamen Rider video. Be the one, alright, the tears of tomorrow will be nothing but a bad dream. Be the night, all